Terrestrial ecosystem exists on land and they include tropical rainforests, deserts, temperate grasslands, deciduous forests, tundras, and coniferous forests. These terrestrial ecosystems are characterized by the average rainfall, average temperature, and total land area. So, terrestrial ecosystems occupy approximately 28% of Earth's surface. Tropical rainforests produce 45% of Earth's organic chemical energy, making them the largest primary producers.
Desert. So, desert, syempre, unang-unang papasok sa utak mo pag sinabing desert, syempre, mainit, tuyot po masyado yung lupa, tirik po masyado yung araw, tsaka konti lang po yung kayang manira na lupa or mga organism or mga halaman po sa mga lugar na yon. So, desert. About 1 to 6% of Earth land surface covered by the desert. So, yung 1 to 6% daw po ng Earth land surface ay covered daw po ng mga desert. So, desert are characterized by lack of moisture. There are only few living organism that can survive. So, unti lang po yung kayang mabuhay na mga organism dito dahil na rin po sa sobrang init na lupa. Next is climate. Siyempre, climate. Disyerto po mainit po. Pag umaga mainit, pag gabi po malamig. And minsan po nagkakaroon po ng mga hipo-hipo dito, yung malalakas na hangin. Tsaka yun po, sobrang init po sa mga lugar na ito. Temperature. So, next is temperature. Hot during the day, cold during the night. So, pag umaga naman po ay sobrang init po. And pag gabi naman po ay sobrang lamig. And the air becomes quickly hot during the day and cools rapidly during the night because the air contains little or no moisture to modify the temperature. Strong winds often occurs in the desert carrying dust and wind. And soil. So, soil. Ito po yung soil. Sandy, siyempre, mabuhangin po masyado sa mga disyerto and dry and sobrang tuyot po masyado yung lupa. Parang sobrang init po talaga masyado. And next is the loess of contains mineral like calcite. And next is rainfall. So less than 10 centimeter in the year. So sobrang baba po na porsyento ng pag-ulan po kada taon po dahil na rin po sa sobrang init ng mga lugar na yun. Next is plants. So ito po yung mga plants na kayang manirahan sa mga lugar na ito. Ito po yung mga example ng bushes and scrub. So yung bushes, siyempre alam naman po natin bushes, yung sabi mga dahon-dahon. And magbibigay na rin po ng example ng mga example na kayang manirahan sa mga lugar na yun. Persis, cactus. Dahil cactus na rin po ay parang ito. Kayang-kaya po nilang matagalan yung init or yung parang konti lang po masyado yung tubig doon. Parang kayang-kaya po nilang matagalan yung init po ng mga lugar na yun. And widely and scrub, bush and scrub are widely scarred cacti and small flowers covered the desert usually after occasional rains. And next is animals. So ito po yung mga iba't ibang mga animals na kayang manirahan ito po yung mga lizards, snakes, eagles, owls, toads, insects, and small birds. So ito po yung mga kayang manirahan ng mga hayop o mga insekto sa mga maiinit na lugar. Next is adaptation. plants have sticks, stem, and leaves can hold water. So yung mga plants daw po dun ay sobrang payat daw po ng mga stem nila, at saka nag-adapt po sila ng mga water para na rin po mag-grow o lumaki po yung mga halaman dun. And they grow far apart. So yung pag-growth naman daw po ay parang magkakalayo po masyado yung mga halaman dun para po lumaki na rin po at mag-growth po yung mga halaman dun. And from each other to other minimize competition for water for soap. At para na rin po syempre pag yung mga halaman po doon parang magkakalayo po, syempre parang hindi po sila naghahati-hati masyado, parang hindi po sila nag-aagawan sa tubig kasi dahil na rin po sa climate din po doon kasi sobrang init na rin po doon. So next is location ng mga disyerto ay ang Sahara Desert in Africa, Northern Mexico, part of Middle East, Asia and Southeast Asia, and last is United States. Yun lang po. Salamat po.
Topic is tropical rainforest. Climate change. Rainfall occurs almost daily, much sunshine. Temperature. When it comes to temperature, fairly constant throughout the year and does not fluctuate very much during the night and day. Annual average temperature is greater than the 17 degrees Celsius. It means temperature is 28 degrees Celsius. When it comes to soil, lacks mineral and contains little remains of dead animals and plants. Rainfall is the average rainfall is 240 cm. It occurs almost daily. And the animals, chimpanzee, tree frog, monkey, parrot, jaguar, gorilla, Indian cobra, orangutan, leopard, and iguana. The location of its tropical rainforests are found in Central and South America, Western and Central Africa, Western India, Southeast Asia, the island of New Guinea, and Australia. The adaptation is one common defense adaptation is camouflage. Many insect species can mimic their surroundings, so mammals or birds cannot differentiate between the insects or a tree leaf or a rock. Another is protection. Poison, like plants which can emit poison through their flower, many animals have poisonous skin.
Next one is taiga or coniferous forest. This is abundant in conifers, which are cone-bearing trees with need-like structure. Taiga is a belt of coniferous forest found in the North Hemisphere, close to Arctic. So the climate is cold and long, whereas summers are moderately hot and short. The temperature, mean annual temperature in the taiga found range from a few degrees Celsius above freezing -10 degrees Celsius, or in Fahrenheit is 14 degrees. The soil beneath the taiga often contains permafrost, a layer of permanently frozen soil. In other areas, a layer of bedrock lies just beneath the soil. Both permafrost and rock prevent water from draining from the top layers of soil. Rainfall. The total yearly precipitation in the taiga biome is 10 to 30 inches. And the animals commonly found here. Mammals living in the taiga include foxes, lynxes, bears, minks, squirrels, while larger ones include gray wolves and their prey, caribou, reindeers, and moose. The location of taiga is a forest of the cold subarctic region. The subarctic is an area of the northern hemisphere that lies just south of the Arctic Circle. The taiga lies between the tundra to the north and temperate forest to the south. Alaska, an example, Canada, Scandinavia, and Siberia have taigas. The adaptation of taiga. Plants conifers have adapted to survive the long cold winters and short summers of the taiga. Their needles contain very little sap, which helps prevent freezing. Their dark color and triangle-shaped size help them to catch and absorb as much of the sunlight as possible. Animals. Most animals migrate to the warmer climate once the cold weather begins. Some animals have adapted to life in the taiga by hibernating when temperatures drop. Other animals have adapted to the extreme cold temperature by producing a layer of insulating feathers or fur to protect them from the cold. For example is the ermine, a small mammal. Its dark brown summer coat changes to white in the winter. The adaptation helps the ermine blend into the
Deciduous forest, climate, seasonal, compared sa tropical na rainfall, and sa taiga naman na may extreme yung cold. Sa tundra is cold din pero hindi extreme. Same sila ng grassland na seasonal. Makaiba lang is more green yung vegetation, while the deciduous is dry naman. Temperature naman to is below freezing during winter but not below 12 Celsius. Compare naman siya is siya lang yung pinaka-below yung temperature during winter, unlike sa iba na mataas like sa taiga po na above freezing po. Animals. Sa animals, medyo similar siya sa grassland ng animals. Sa location naman, matatagpuan siya sa ibang lugar na may four season like North America, Canada, United Nations, Mexico, Europe, and western regions of Asia. Adaptation, dito is mostly nagmamigrate and hibernation, unlike sa iba na doon talaga yung nature nila. Or na-adapt na nila yung climate. Same sila ng taiga na may migration, but kaibahan lang is dito na ma-migrate sa warmer climates, while sa deciduous is nag-hibernate.
Grasslands climate. Temperature grasslands have a mild range of temperature, but they have distinct seasons. They have hot summers and cold winters. During summers, the temperature can be well over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The fall winter season can bring temperature to as low as negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Temperature grasslands can be found in various regions north and south of the equator, including Argentina, Australia, and Central North America. Temperature vary with seasons, with their tornadoes, blizzards, and fires occurring in many temperature grasslands regions. Grassland, in terms of soil. The soil of temperature grassland is deep and dark, with fertile upper layer. It is nutrient-rich from the growth of decay of deep, many branched grass roots. Each different species of grass grows best in a particular grassland environment. The soil of temperature grasslands and savanna grasslands are usually molluscs in the savanna grasslands. However, the soil contains more sand and water drains away quickly. Molluscs are soils with a thick, dark upper layer that is extremely fertile from the growth and depth of the grasses. Grassland rainfall are found in the interior of continents and in rain shadows, regions of lower rainfall on the lee side of a mountain. These areas receive between 9.8 and 35 inches of rain and snow each year, compared with tropical rainforests with more than 79 inches and desert with less than 9.8 inches of precipitation. Grasslands animals. The animals that live in grasslands have adapted to dry, windy conditions. There are grazing animals that eat the grass, burrowing animals and their predators, insects are abundant. Animals and insects that live in grassland habitats: bees, bison, cold buffalo, butterflies, elephants, giraffes, greater rhea, ground squirrels, and hyenas. Grasslands are generally located between desert and forest. The major temperate grasslands are located in Central North America, in the United States, in Southeast South America, in Uruguay and Argentina, and in Asia along the southern portion of Russia and Mongolia. Grassland adaptation. Grasses are well fitted for survival. They renew themselves and spread from rootstocks or by scattering their needs. Grains of many grasses are capable of immediate germination, but other species have dormant seeds that require after thinning or chilling to permit germination. Plants have many adaptations to survive the grasslands biome. The plants have deep spreading root system that allow them strength and moisture during times of drought. Most of the plants have long, narrow leaves that don't need as much water. The grasses grow from the bottom and grow close to the ground. Tundra climate. Tundra winters are long, dark, and cold with mean temperature below 0 degrees Celsius for 6 to 10 months of the year. The temperature are so cold that there is a layer of permanently frozen ground below the surface called permafrost. Precipitation in the tundra total 150 to 250 mm a year, including melted snow. The tundra climate has two main seasons, winter and summer. The transition season between them are so short that they are not defined as clearly as fall and spring in other regions. The summer lasts 2 months on average. Tundra soil. The soil of the tundra is also nutrient poor, so it lacks nitrogen and phosphorus, two important elements plants need to grow. This keeps the plants small and makes plants grow slow. The limited most of the soils in the tundra were formed with mixed rock fragments and sediments left behind by the glaciers. When they receded, sometimes wind loss also accumulated over the top of the rocks, and other sediments. Organic matter can also be apparent material to these soils. Tundra rainfall. The extremely cold temperature of the tundra means that it does not receive a lot of precipitation, as it is literally cold for precipitation to fall. Rainfall-wise, tundra is more similar to deserts in yearly amounts, which is why is often referred to as frozen desert. Tundra regions typically get less than 25 centimeters of precipitation annually, which means these areas are also considered desert. They have long, cold winters with high winds and average temperature below freezing for 6 to 10 months of the year. Animals found in the tundra include the musk ox, the Arctic hare, the polar bear, the Arctic fox, the caribou, and the snowy owl. Many animals that live in the tundra, like the caribou and the semi-palmated plover, migrate to warmer climates during the winter. 1,700 species of plants and 48 species of land mammals are known to live in the tundra. Millions of birds also migrate there each year. For the massive few frogs or lizards in tundra, foxes, lemmings, Arctic hares, and Arctic owls live in the tundra. Tundra location is found in the region just below the ice caps of the Arctic, extending across North America to Europe and Siberia in Asia. Much of Alaska and about half of Canada are in the tundra biome. Tundra is also found at the tops of very high mountains elsewhere in the world. The tundra is treeless polar desert found in the high latitudes in the polar regions, primarily in Alaska, Canada, Russia, Greenland, Iceland, and Scandinavia, as well as sub-Antarctic islands. The region's long dry winters feature months of total darkness and extremely frigid temperature. Plants also have adapted to the Arctic tundra by developing the ability to grow under a layer of snow, to carry out photosynthesis and in extremely cold temperature, and for flowering plants to produce flowers quickly once summer begins. A small leaf structure is another physical adaptation that helps plants to survive. Animals need shelters and insulation in the tundra. The animals here tend to have thicker and warmer feathers and fur. Many of them have larger bodies and shorter arms, legs, and tails, which help them retain their heat better and prevent heat loss. Plants and animals living in the tundra must be able to adapt to extreme cold, breeze, winds, very short growing season, and the rather harsh conditions found in this biome. Most animal and plant life in this biome have insulation in the way of hair, fur, or feathers.